Alright, Shalom. This is the brother Atazawamya from GMS South Carolina camp, or from the GMS Carolina camps. But should say that because we camp in Charlotte, even though we live in South Carolina. I want to first and foremost give all praises to Yahweh Shemal Shai, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the truth and sincerity. Alright, this is another lesson proving that the Latinos and Native Americans, so-called Latinos and Native Americans, are Israelites. Okay, and I'm gonna bring out this information, that I received from the elders and whatnot, because you got these niggas. It's mainly bugged out Negroes. Alright, that's on this Judah. It's all about Judah hype, and they coming in that same spirit of the Jews that came up against Paul and Barnabas and the apostles when they went to go teach the word to the Israelite foreigners, okay, about Yahushua. So Yahushua is who you literally call Jesus Christ. And basically they don't want to accept the Negroes don't want to accept that the Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites as well, and that there's history on it and accounts of people making mention of their mannerisms or things that they did, how it resembled that of the Jews or the Israelites. Okay, so these series of videos, which Lord willing it'll be put on GMS Rooted and Built 4, because the previous channel got deleted due to Edomites and scoffers flagging videos, but that comes with the territory. But in this lesson we're gonna go in about the Latinos and Native Americans diet, how it was how they made distinguish between clean and unclean, okay, as the Israelites were commanded in the law of Moses. Okay, so we're gonna prove that the Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites by their diet. Okay, I'm gonna read this little part right here, and then I'm gonna hop to the point. Okay, it says the laws. This is I'll put the link in the information box. And Lord's willing, I'll get into the book James Adair, History of American Indians, to go in about that, Lord's will, if he allows it, for further lessons. But I'm gonna utilize this information first. It's called thelosttribes.info. It says the lost tribes of Israel. According to the Bible, the Assyrian conquest of over 2,700 years ago caused 10 of the original 12 tribes of the ancient Israel to have been exiled, and in the eyes of history to have become lost, which I did a lesson on that already, which Lord's willing none of those videos got flagged, so I'll post it up when the page is made. I'll put that series up. Okay, alright, because I did a lesson about how the 10 tribes, how they were sent to into captivity under the Assyrians, and then from there how they got to America using the scriptures. Okay, but after you read 2 Kings chapter 17, it's like the mention of the 10 tribes is basically not, you don't hear about them anymore in the scriptures. Okay, so that's what it means to become lost. The places to where they ultimately journey are open questions and represents the theme of this website. Significant evidence will be presented on this page to show that centuries before Columbus, a portion of the tribes migrated to and populated regions now known as Mexico. Okay, which the so-called Mexicans is the tribe of Issachar. Okay, Peru, which is in South America, which that'll be of the tribe of Asher, okay, which is Colombia to Uruguay, okay, okay. Guatemala, which is in Central America, which from Guatemala to Panama is the tribe of Zebulon, okay. The Dominican Republic, which the Dominicans are the tribe of Simeon. The Cubans, which is the tribe of Manasseh. Brazil, which is the tribe of Asher, because that's between Colombia to Uruguay. Nicaragua, which is in Central America, which will be of the tribe of Zebulon. The United States and Canada, alright, talking about the tribes of Gad, North American Indians, alright, which Gad occupied all of Canada and a good portion of the United States, as well as you had the Mexicans, which had California, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and Texas, and Arizona. And then you had down in the southeast part of the United States, like Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida. All right, that belonged to the tribe of Reuben, which is the Seminole Indians. Okay, and their neighboring areas. This site recognized that there are many other areas of the world that have been possible as likely destinations of the lost tribes. Indeed, certain nations in Africa, Asia, and Europe are among them. Okay, all right. It says it should be noted that the lost tribes info stands not to refute these propositions, but rather to complement them. After all, the Lord said in Isaiah 27:6, "In the days to come, Jacob will put out shoots, Israel will bud and blossom, and fill the whole world with fruit." Okay. Although information from more than one source appears, the contents of most of this site is comprised entirely of excerpts from a multi-volume of 19th century work by British scholar Lord Kingsborough, Antiquities of Mexico, the volume and page of which are noted after each excerpt. The author spent years researching the records of Europe's first visitors to the New World, okay, as his compilation of the logs is deep and thorough, okay. So like I said in previous lesson, using this this site or this information, proving that Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. All right. Yeah, it says right there that this is not just like some guy that just like put this together. He's winging it. He was deep and thorough in proving or putting the accounts of what he's seen personally and what these other scholars and missionaries and explorers of the New World, Spaniards and Europeans that saw of the natives of North, Central, and South America and the Caribbean Isles, what they were doing, and they saw that the customs and mannerisms and certain things they did was related to that of the Israelites or the Jews, okay, the children of Israel. So they came to the conclusion that these have to be the people, the lost 10 tribes. It should be noted that the many comparisons of native peoples' customs, etc., to the Jewish, when it says Jewish, it's really talking about the Jews, which are the Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, because when it says Jew, okay, the word Jew is a byword that was placed upon the southern kingdom of, which was known in the scriptures as the kingdom of Judah, which consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Judah being you so-called Negroes, Levi being you so-called West Indians and West Indians and Jamaicans, and Levi being you so-called Haitians. Okay, you made up the southern kingdom of Judah. Okay, while the Latinos and Native Americans made up the northern kingdom, known in the scriptures as the kingdom of Israel. The Jewish people customs etc., were made within the framework of Kingsborough's own perception and from that of the highly authorization authoritative sources whom he had quoted. Therefore, the multi-similarities he and his sources have observed may not have been exclusively to the customs, etc., of one tribe of Israel, Judah, with which they would have been familiar. Rather, the analogies they describe may have unknowingly been to collect the collective tribes, since they presumably would have been a discernible closeness in their traits. It would follow then that the word Israelite could justifiably be substituted for the word Jewish in the writings, or Jew. Okay. It says either way, however, whether the human characteristics depicted are attribute to the tribe of Judah or to the entire 12 tribes, Israelites, the likeness to inhabitants of the New World is unmistakable. Okay, readers of the Lost Tribes info should know this website is intended in part to be an incomplete surface view of the subject. The hope is to inspire others to delve deeper and examine more closely. Feedback can be addressed to losttribesinfo.aol.com. Okay, so let's get into the part about swine. Okay, we're going to read these quotes and then we're going to get into the scriptures. Okay, prove that point. Alright, now swine. I'm starting the first excerpt. It says, a deer reported. Now this is from the book History of the American Indian. Alright, which Lord's will, I'll do other lessons on it using that source to prove that the Native Americans, alright, which they even got info in there about the Latinos and of Mexico and South America. Alright, information about them as well in that book, but Lord's will, that'll be in further lessons. I'm gonna stick on this. It says a deer reported when the English traders, alright, so-called white men, which are the Edomites according to the Bible, alright, the descendants of Esau. It says when the English traders have been making sausages mixed with hog's blood, I observed the Indians to cast their eyes upon them with the horror of their reputed forefathers when they viewed the predicted abomination of desolation fulfilled by Antiochus in the defiling of the temple, which that goes into First Maccabees. Okay, but we ain't gonna. But it says that the Native Americans, when they saw, Esau or the English, the white man eating sausage, which is pork mixed with hog's blood, eating it with the blood, they looked upon them with horror, like, I can't believe they eating this stuff. Okay, it said the deer also remarks that the Indians entreated the same degree of abhorredness for the flesh of swine as the Jews. Okay, so let's look up this word abhorredness real quick so we can get an understanding of what that word means. Open up the etymology. Abhorrence. Okay, I'll look it up in the regular dictionary. Salakia.